Welcome to CKLA Unit 4, Lesson 10. This is our second part of Lesson 10. Now, our learning targets for today, we're going to reread the story, The Subway, to build our fluency. So this is going to be you reading it independently and you answering questions. Now, we kind of looked at it on Monday with our listening comprehension, and now this will be you fluently reading the story using your own phonics skills. Read it quickly, read it correctly. You're reading it to understand it. So you may want to find somebody at home to read it to. Make sure that you're reading and sounding these words out correctly. This will be read independently, so I want you to practice reading it. If you need help a couple of times with a parent or somebody at home, read it to them a couple of times, but you need to read it on your own to understand it at least one time before you start. So let's look at vocabulary before you read. You hear in the story to leave a tip. You leave a tip for someone like your waitress. It's kind of a way to say thank you. Times Square, that's that really busy place in the middle of New York. Don't forget, Brooklyn and Manhattan are boroughs in New York City. They're those little neighborhoods that make up New York City. And to get from Manhattan to Brooklyn, people take a subway. So in the story, they talk about taking the subway, and that's that underground train that goes underneath. Now let's practice reading these words. Meal, breathing, seats, here, east, train, waited, air, subway, day, swayed, river, under, closer, better. Some of these multi-syllable words, these bigger words. Finished, waitress, Manhattan, platform, inside. Okay, now you're going to look for workbook page 49 and 50 in your packet. At the top of 49 and 50, it says 10.4. These are the questions for the subway. Now you also have the story, The Subway, in your packet. It's page 63 and 64 with 12.5 at the top. But both of them are titled The Subway. So you can find your passage and your questions that go along with your passage. Now you're going to find someone to read it to. Make sure you're sounding these words out. Make sure you're fluently kind of going with the flow and reading it, kind of like I did on Monday. Practice reading it. Make sure that you read it independently to understand it. And then you're going to answer the questions on page 49 and 50. Now, when you answer the questions, be sure that you answer them in complete sentences. So like on number 1, where it says, where do Kim and Kurt need to go on the subway? So you're going to answer that with parts of the question to make it a complete sentence to respond with an answer. So it would sound something like this. Kim and Kurt need to go on the subway because, and then you'll finish your sentence with your answer. So use parts of that question to help you write a complete sentence to answer it. Don't forget to study for your spelling words, those vowel-controlled R's this week. Okay, let's look at our learning targets one more time. We are rereading the story, The Subway, to build fluency. So you're building that fluency and using that fluency to answer these comprehension questions. Have a great day.